session of Family Court with Judge Penny. This 46-year-old man has pushed his sister's patience to the breaking point.
He agreed that he would give $100 a week, and I haven't seen any of that.
And for 2 years, he hadn't paid you?
Absolutely nothing.
But when he gobbled up her turkey...
Did you eat the turkey? Now, you're under oath.
I only ate the white meat.
All the white meat from the turkey, though?
Well, yes, both breasts.
That was the last straw.
We've actually got a padlock on the refrigerator with a lock and a chain and padlock.
At 46 years old.
Age has nothing to do with eating her food.
Well, it has to do with you being a grown man, being a freeloader, living up in your sister's house. Freeloaders always think their big day is gonna come. There's gonna be a big moment when they can be able to pay back. Tell me why you're not a freeloader. Families in crisis, I know exactly what they're facing. I have been there. From a life of hardship, I was able to build a lifetime of experience. Now, after years of serving on the bench, I use the law to fight for families. It's not only about verdicts, it's about solutions. It's about the compassion and the mercy that justice requires. I'm Judge Penny Brown Reynolds, and in my court, family comes first.
The plaintiff, 55-year-old Nancy, is suing her brother Wayne for $100 a week in past due rent and grocery expenses. The defendant, 46-year-old Wayne, says he has helped his sister by booking costuming jobs and should not have to pay rent.
All rise. Family Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Penny Brown Reynolds presiding.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, all parties are sworn in.
Thank you. Nancy, you're here suing your brother Wayne?
Yeah, I'm here today suing my brother Wayne for $100 a week for groceries and rent.
Okay.
Before he moved back in with me, he agreed that he would give $100 a week, and I haven't seen any of that.
Okay, how long has he been back with you?
I'm going to say going on 2 years.
Really?
Yes.
All right. And for 2 years, he hadn't paid you?
No,
All
absolutely
right.
nothing.
How did you go about making this agreement with him?
It was a verbal agreement.
Sure.
And Wayne and I are very close. But he didn't do what he said he was going to do. You know how some people have an attitude that you're family members and you feel that I'm entitled to this, or, you know, we're family members, what's the big deal?
Sure.
That's actually his attitude.
Okay, well, just so you'll know, you can have an oral contract.
Okay.
And it'd be a valid contract.
Okay.
You just have to make sure that there were terms and conditions
Definitely,
that everybody understood. And so how you doing, Wayne?
I'm good, and yourself, Judge?
I'm doing quite well. Your sister said that you've come to live with her and that you all had an oral contract that you would contribute to rent and for expenses of eating. You're a big guy, right? So I take it you eat a little bit.
Yes, Judge.
All right, and that you were going to pay $100 a week toward that, right?
That's correct, that's correct.
And what went wrong? Because she said you didn't pay her.
I have been in and out of town since then, and Nancy knows that the line of work that I'm in, the pay is not consistent. So when the pay is consistent, I have other bills. So I will agree when she says that family members tend to feel as though debts should be extended. How should I say? She knows that I will pay her eventually, but if I'm not able to at this time, should not be, as she said, that big a deal.
Now, how she knows that? You paid her before in the past for other stuff?
Yes.
Oh, you had? Okay.
Yes.
Now, you're 46.
Yes.
And you're living with your sister.
Yes.
And you think that is appropriate to do without paying rent or paying for food in 2 years?
I travel a lot, Judge.
You do?
Yeah, so my belongings and personal effects are at her home more than I am.
On a given week, how often would you be at the house?
2 to 3 times, 2 to 3 nights out of the week.
Nancy, you're looking at him with that look.
Or
I would actually say a little over 2 or 3 days out of the week.
Around the holidays, I'll be there.
Just the holidays?
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with that either. You know what? And as far as that goes, what did you say you have given me when you're there? You're not there often enough, so it's no big deal.
What
Am
was
I
your
right?
question? She's
Okay.
not supposed to speak directly to me, right,
Well,
Judge?
she can speak directly to you if I let her speak.
Okay.
So let me ask you this, Nancy. What kind of burden has this been for you? What's his eating habits?
You know what? You would not believe his eating habits. Wayne does, like I said, we're very close. Wayne does have his own food. But we have a situation here where we've actually got a padlock on the refrigerator.
What you mean?
Where
A
we
real
have to-
lock on your...
It's a lock on the refrigerator with a lock and a chain and padlock. And that began because before, you know how you have something and you're waiting to eat it, you go in the refrigerator, it's not there. You open it, it's not there. And you say, where's my whatever? And the first thing you ask him, he says, no, I didn't take it. Well, we know better than that because we don't do that to one another. So it actually started out as a joke. And we told him, if the food keeps disappearing, we're going to put a padlock on the door. He said, no, you said, you're not going to do that because you don't want anybody to think you're that ignorant. Was that the word?
No, it's stingy.
For her, it's really more about respect. She probably wouldn't have brought you to court had she felt that she was being respected. Am I right, Nancy?
You know, you're exactly right. And and you're probably going to get angry with me saying this.
Then don't say it.
But in this court, she can say what she wants to say. You go on and say it, Nancy.
Okay, it's not just respect. It's the way Wayne handles things, deal with things, just like you might go in there and your food is gone. And then you say, well, Wayne, you ate up such and such. You know what he'll say to you? You know what, I've been looking. Your hips are getting a little big. You didn't eat that anyway. You should be glad that I ate it.
So he has a little air about him.
A little?
I sense a little arrogance now.
No, because of what she just said, Judge?
No, I've been feeling it since you came in the courtroom.
Oh.
Have you ever just sat and thanked her for what she does for you?
I'll let her answer that, Judge.
He really has.
Repeatedly.
No, repeated. You know what? Well, thanks is great. And like I said, we're very close. But, there's
Somebody
more to it
gotta
than just
pay
thanks, more than just talk.
Absolutely.
Action.
I mean, has he eaten anything that wasn't his food, that was your food?
Yes, that's why he has his own refrigerator. Okay, we've got a padlock on ours. Now, we bought a new one. We gave him the old one, which is on the back porch. So he has a full-size refrigerator freezer with his food.
Okay.
But what Wayne does, he hoards his food. He's got food, but he'll eat ours and save his for later.
So in your lawsuit that you filed, you had something in here about a turkey? Tell me about what some of the stuff he's eating from you.
Well, actually, now, that turkey was last week. I think it was 18-pound turkey. And we smoked it in the backyard. So you know how long that takes to smoke a turkey. So later on that night, it was like late when we got ready to eat the turkey, and I go in and I'm opening up the pan to eat it, and the bird is just about gone. And I knew I hadn't eaten any of it.
I know you didn't eat that whole turkey.
Oh, I object, Judge. She's not telling it like it went.
Did you eat the turkey? Now, you're under oath.
Still to come on Family Court.
Hold on to the table, okay?
Brace myself.
Brace yourself. You taking advantage of a good thing.
Family Court with Judge Penny is back in session in the case of the sister Nancy suing her brother Wayne for non-payment of rent and groceries.
Did you eat the turkey? Now, you're under oath.
You know what? I'm a breast man, and that's all I had.
Okay.
I only ate the white meat.
Okay.
Yeah. And
all the white meat from the turkey, though.
Well, yes, both breasts.
Which is just about the whole turkey because it was gone and cut off. And then later on through the middle of the night, I got up and he was in the corner making turkey sandwiches or something. He's a good cook. And he was in the corner eating, but then he said he didn't touch it.
Why have you allowed him to be in your house for 2 years, eating up your food, having to put a lock on your refrigerator? What's that about? Are you one of those in the family that everybody can come stay with?
Yeah, she is.
He's right with that. I guess, in a sense, you're going to say I'm the enabler, per se. But then again, you know what? We're very close. We call ourselves the loving, dysfunctional family. Just respect my boundaries. That's the whole thing. Just give me
but I think at 46 years old...
Please, Judge.
What, you don't want me to say your age?
No, it's not. Age has nothing to do with me being hungry and eating her food.
Well, it has to do with you being a grown man, being a freeloader, living up in your sister's house.
No, I'm not a freeloader, Judge. I'm very rarely there.
What you call that?
What would be the other word for it?
Damn it, what you call it?
Freeloader.
Freeloader. Wayne, where you think you're going to go in America? Don't pay any rent, no utilities, don't pay for food, eating the breast of the turkey just like you want to. And you don't think you have to contribute at all.
No, eventually I'm gonna pay her every penny that I owe her.
Nancy, are you by yourself in the house?
No,
Who you have in the house with you?
there's Mom, my sister, and my, nephew's son.
And-
18-year-old. He's an 18-year-old.
And you have Wayne.
Right.
Everybody else is contributing as much as they can.
Oh, yeah.
So Wayne is the only one who's being the freeloader?
Please, Judge, don't refer
You
to
just
me
don't
as
like
that.
hearing me say that.
No.
But you know that's really what it is, though. There's always one in the family.
No.
Tell me why I have a wrong impression of you, because let me tell you something. I may not be right about everything, although I'm the judge. And so I'm always wanting to be fair and open-minded. I come out here because any judge would have to. But I don't have any leanings whatsoever on either side, okay? I go where the evidence leads me. So tell me why I'm wrong that a 7-foot, what you about, 350, 300 pounds?
I haven't weighed myself lately, Judge. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Let's just say 7 foot 350, you think?
That's about right.
Pound guy who's been living with his sister and his mama and the sister and the other sister and the cousin or the nephew for 2 years, who's in and out, hadn't paid any money towards rent or expenses, although he made a promise to do so, in the freeloader. Enlighten me so I can see if I'm wrong. I'm always open to seeing if I'm wrong.
My heart's in the right place.
Okay, but the hearts don't pay the bills, baby.
This is true.
When family court with Judge Penny returns,
But you see, that's the issue of respect that Nancy's trying to say.
I agree.
Oh, you said you agreed?
Yes, I did, Judge.
I don't believe it.
Believe it, I said it.
I don't believe it. We got Wayne to agree to something that I said.
family court is back in session in the case of sister suing brother over back rent and groceries. Judge Penny has learned it's really about respect.
As far as the food is concerned, that all kicked off with some out-of-town guests that I had. They helped themselves. I wasn't going to tell them you can't eat that or you can't eat this.
Well, that's what you do when you're living under somebody else's roof. You just say, I live with my sister, as you all know. And
No,
let's
well,
be
they weren't
respectful
aware.
of... Say again?
They weren't aware that,
But you see, that's the issue of respect that Nancy's trying to say.
I agree.
Oh, you said you agreed?
Yes, I did, Judge.
I don't believe it.
Believe it, I said it.
I don't believe it. We got Wayne to agree to something that I said. Yeah, it's about respect.
Yes.
Really, when people come in and their families and it's about money, it's usually something deeper than that. I could tell you're the caregiver of the family.
Yes, she is.
Yes, I am.
And so what you have to do as a caregiver, you have to set some boundaries.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you're going to always feel like people are walking all over you. Caregivers get a sense of fulfillment from taking care of people. But at the same time, you want to be respected. And it's not happening when you don't put your foot down.
That's true.
Could I be right about that?
Judge.
You're right, but I understand what you're saying. But actually now, Wayne will take that another way. He'll say, okay, what I've been doing to you, you're liking it. Judge Penny said, you're getting something out of it.
Oh, no, we're going to get it straight now. What I'm saying, Wayne,
don't say that to him.
she may get fulfillment from what she's doing, but I really believe, hold on to the table, okay? Can you hold on?
Brace myself.
Brace yourself.
Fasten my seatbelt,
You're
Judge.
taking advantage of a good thing.
Okay.
I
But
think
you know
you
what,
are.
Judge? And she hasn't mentioned this. She's multi-talented. And I've gotten her so much work in every area of her expertise, and where it made her thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not speaking legalities, but she could take that into consideration.
Well, let's speak of legalities, because that had nothing to do with the contract. You had an oral contract that you were going to live up in our house, and for that, you would pay $100 a week.
That's true.
And it would go toward rent and expenses.
Yes.
You have not paid it. So whether you got her jobs that made her thousands of dollars has nothing to do with this legal contract that's before the court. How about that?
What can it be taken into consideration?
Cannot be taken into consideration.
Well,
One has nothing to do with the others. All she wants is her rent and the money for her expenses.
When family court returns,
Let me give you some characteristics of a freeloader. Freeloaders, number one, they're in denial that they're a freeloader. Don't you agree?
I agree.
Damon, what you think?
He's in denial.
Okay, so you're in denial that you're a freeloader.
family court with Judge Penny is back in session. Nancy is suing her brother Wayne for past due rent and food expenses of $100 per week.
Let me give you some characteristics of a freeloader. Freeloaders, number one, they're in denial that they're a freeloader. Don't you agree?
I agree.
Damon, what you think?
He's in denial.
Okay, so you're in denial that you're a freeloader. Number two, you're always able to explain yourself away. In other words, it's almost like I'm going to get to it later on, and when I get to it, I'm always going to pay back. It's like dangling something in front of him. Does he not do that for you all the time?
Yes, Judge, all the time.
Right. Freeloaders always think their big day is going to come. There's going to be a big moment when they can be able to pay back. Number three, they can always rationalize how they get to stay somewhere for free. Did he do that?
Did you do that?
Did I?
Can he rationalize why he can stay there for free? Because he's not always there. So that's three things that I know about a freeloader. And all three of them seem to, you're in that category. So that's why I asked you to tell me why I'm wrong, why you're not a freeloader.
I'm rarely there, Judge. I'm rarely there, so I'm almost like an overnight guest, more so than a live-in.
So you see how you're falling into the second category, where
Category
you're always making excuses and a denial.
No, it's reality.
Okay, let's go with this then. On the days that you're there, if you had to stay at a hotel, would you have to pay the hotel?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then why you don't think just because she's your sister, you have to pay her?
Why are we totally not addressing the fact that I do get her work?
Because that was not a part of the deal.
No, that's true. That's true.
See, when you have a contract is such, you make up the terms and conditions. I don't do that. You do it. You came with a contract. The contract is an oral one. Now, if it was contingent upon, a contingency part of the contract means if you do one thing, I will only do it contingent upon the other thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
In other words, I will not have to pay you rent if I get you contracts. But that's not what the terms and conditions of the deal was.
It will be today.
Oh, after this?
Yeah, because I hustle for her. I get her work. I got her one gown, $500, but a wedding party as well. She's doing the mother of the bride.
Then you enter into maybe a bartering agreement with her.
Absolutely,
then.
yeah.
If you don't want to take the commission at that time, then you can say in exchange for me living there, Nancy, I'm going to do what I can do in terms of getting you contracts. But that was not the terms and conditions of this contract. All the contract is a bargain for exchange. I'm going to do something in exchange for you doing something. Right now, you were supposed to pay $100 a week for food and expenses.
Yes.
I believe that the evidence is credible because you're tall and a big guy that you've been eating up all her food.
Okay,
and
Judge.
so therefore, if not all her food, some of her food. How about that?
That's cool.
All right? Nancy seems very credible, but what I'm going to do is, Nancy, if you go to live someplace, the most they'll let you do is go 2 months without paying. They're not going to let you go 2 years. I think that's excessive.
Right.
Okay? So what I'm going to do is find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $800, which would have covered 2 months worth of rent and expenses.
Thank you.
All rise.
Find out what happened to this battling brother and sister after they left Judge Penny's court.
The boundaries that I'm going to set for my brother is the fact that maybe he gets 2 months to get it totally together because we are working on some ventures, so we'll probably be working, helping one another.
Well, I didn't appreciate the freeloader thing because, as I said, she knows now that about the contracts.
After leaving family court, Nancy says her brother Wayne is still living in her house and refuses to pay rent because he claims the clients he's brought her should suffice his payment. Wayne claims he is moving out and has been looking for an apartment.
Thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment on what you think about this family court session. Do you think the ruling was fair? See you in the next session.